Well, good evening. This is Hound Dog Steve coming to you on the 6th of October 2017, and we have to have a little talk about a request recently made by Bell Canada to the government to try and police the internet. Now, before I go on any further, I don't know if you remember SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, and also that was followed up by CISPA, the Security Protection Act. These were similar things that were put forward. SOPA crashed and burned, but CISPA has been going on since 2011, and I'm going to take a quick break here and I'm going to show you a brief Wikipedia piece about CISPA. Okay, so here it is, CISPA, Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act. Now, this is the important part right here. The Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act, CISPA, is a proposed law in the United States which would allow for the sharing of internet traffic information between US government and technology and manufacturing companies. The stated aim of the bill is to help the US government investigate cyber threats and ensure the security of networks against cyber attacks. And who are in favor of this? Supporters. CISPA is supported by several trade groups containing more than 800 private companies, including the Business Software Alliance, CTIA, the Wireless Association, Information Technology Industry Council, Internet Security Alliance, National Cable and Telecommunications Association, National Defense Industrial Association, Tech America, United States Chamber of Commerce, in addition to individual major telecommunications and information technology companies like AT&T, IBM, Intel, Oracle Corporation, Symantec and Verizon. Google has not taken a public position on the bill but has shown previous support for it. Leading Google, Yahoo and Microsoft executives are also on the Executive Council of TechNet, a trade tech group which sent a letter supporting CISPA in April 2013. Now over here, in this area here, you see how long it's taken for this bill to reach where it is right now. This was introduced on 2011, okay, and now it is 2017 and it is in the House Select Committee on Intelligence. Okay, so we're waiting for them to report back. I'm assuming that this is the final stamp of approval on this bill. And so anything that happens in the US, basically we copy in Canada. Okay, so this is what we can expect from a marriage between the Canadian government and Bell Canada. Okay, so as you know, a small handful of Canadian companies provide internet services to Canadians, and Bell Canada wants to set up a federally administered blacklist of sites to thwart online piracy. Okay, this proposal was made at a parliamentary committee, and I'm kind of interested, actually, just as a sidebar here, why Bell would be requesting the government to set up something that constricts the flow of information backwards and forwards rather than facilitates it. Either they have some kind of hidden agenda, or they just want to pass the buck off onto the government. That's kind of interesting. So this adds up basically to a full frontal attack on our freedoms. There are all sorts of problems. So asking a national broadcast regulator to keep a registry of offending sites which internet providers could use to shut down or shut off access is a terrible idea, and it's probably unconstitutional. As I say, there are all kinds of problems with this. Who would administer this, for example? Who would decide which is a blacklisted site and which is not a blacklisted site? And of course, you know, we are looking for net neutrality, which would mean that internet service providers treat every byte as equal, and they can't add weight to you know, advertising, sales, promotional, this kind of stuff. All bytes would be equal on the internet as far as moving them around from place to place, and so this basically keeps away from any kind of favoritism taking place. So why might this be a bad idea to have a federal regulator to decide which are blacklisted sites and which are not blacklisted sites? Well, here I'll give you a little example right here. Over in Catalonia, Spanish king condemns Catalan leaders amid protests. Okay, here we have a little black wall of death here beating the voters, peaceful voters going to vote on